Welcome to another episode of The Profile. I'm Gary Dunn, and in the hot seat, well, the comfy chair tonight, is one and only Jenny Wrenn. How are you, Jenny?
I'm very well, thank you, Gary. Very nice to be here.
Thank you for coming in. You've had a very long night.
Yes, but haven't we all?
Yes. Did you get the luxury of the canteen? And
oh yes.
Yes.
Glass of water and
yes.
crisps and.
Did the car park attendant park you in all right?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Cool. Okay, I'd like to start with, where were you born? I
was born in England, in Gosport, which is on the other side of Portsmouth Harbour.
Yes.
My father was. I'm saying this because Kelly said what her father did, right?
Yeah.
And he was a shipwright in the dockyard. So, and yeah, and then I was there till I was 11, and then we emigrated out here.
Yeah. £10 pom?
Well, I wasn't. I came out for nothing, as I'm
£20.
sure you did.
Oh.
Children didn't. Yeah, you see, everybody says that, but it's not. The grown-ups were charged £10. We came out for nothing. Now,
Yes.
I don't know about you, Gary, but...
Oh, I'm the same, yeah. I must have come out for nothing. All this time I've been thinking I was
Honestly?
£10 pom, and you just...
No, I can't think for the life of me.
I'm worthless. Zero.
I don't remember, pinching a loaf of bread. How did that happen?
I don't know. So, do you play any instruments?
Well, not worth talking about, really.
No?
A little bit of piano and about 3 finger chords on the guitar,
Well, I know you as a singer, so great voice, always.
Thank you.
And so, when was the light bulb moment for you where you decided this is what I was going to do? Was there a history?
Definitely when I saw the Springfields, because I love Dusty Springfield.
Yes.
I heard her first, about a year before I saw her on television, and even in the Springfields, the stage presence was there, even though she couldn't do the hand movements then because she was surrounded by guitars, but she was just fantastic. I thought, that's what I want to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent. What year was that?
Oh, no. Around about 61, I suppose.
Yep.
I'm not sure.
So you came to Australia, you immigrated as a £10, well, nothing pom, and your first band was a youth club duo, 1969.
Yep.
It was Jan and Jay. Now,
Jan and Jay.
I have to ask you, were you Jan or Jay?
I was Jan.
But you were Jen.
Yes.
Jen Wrenn.
Jen Wrenn.
That rhymes. So.
No, my real name's Janice.
Oh, okay.
And I hate Jan. And when the appropriate time came, I thought I'd change my name, but unfortunately I didn't know what to. And somebody said, "Oh, Jenny Wrenn, that's the worst thing you could have done. There's thousands of Jenny Wrenns around the place."
Because your good friend that I know, Kelly Grant, was called something else as well. Yeah. So you have something in common there.
Oh, we do.
So your first band, 1970, The Hub. Who was in that band? And
well, that was I'd met with Ken Wolfer, worked at Musgroves, you see.
I interviewed Ken a while ago.
Yes, yeah.
Such a nice gentleman.
Yeah, that's right. And we, I used to sneak upstairs at Musgroves and listen to the latest song he'd written. Oh. And we'd start harmonising together because we're both Beatle maniacs, And he said, "Oh, you should come and sing in our band." So that sort of started off. That was The Hub. That was about a year. We did that, and then it became Sweet Velvet.
So what year was that you worked at Musgroves?
69 to 71, I think.
I missed you by a few years because I was 74
yeah,
to
you did.
77 or something.
That old building.
Only Mackie and all those guys, and
Yeah.
it's a great place to work, but wasn't it?
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a lousy worker, so...
I was great. I was great.
The boss said when I was waving goodbye, he said to my friends, he said, "Lovely girl, but a lousy worker."
So you started doing jingles in 1971
Yes.
at Armstrong Studios.
Yeah.
So who was running the Armstrong Studios then, and
Well,
how did that come about?
Malcolm Devonish was the engineer then, as you know, and he was the top engineer in Perth, and we couldn't keep him for too long.
Yes.
He went off to Melbourne and he did Germany, ended up in the BBC,
Made his mark there, didn't he?
Yeah, and his lovely brother Bruce Devonish.
Bruce Devonish, yes.
He was the producer, director. What do you say?
Like Al, like
Yeah.
our producer, director.
It was great working with those boys. You know, they were lovely. And Bruce would get me in to do all the harmonies, which I loved, because, you know, in this day and age, we've got garage band and all that. Well,
Yes.
back then, I'd sit at home with my tape recorder, putting a harmony on that, and then singing with that onto a CD, a cassette player, then bounce it back again. You
Yes.
can imagine the quality. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, and so I got to do that and had a ball and was paid for it. It was wonderful.
Unreal, isn't it? So you moved to England. So back to England, 1974-75. You worked with Barry Ryan.
It was Paul.
So what was his big hit?
Eloise.
Can you sing it for me?
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, that's the intro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, it's not a 5/4, is it? Am I putting you on the spot by asking
You
that?
are.
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry.
you are, dear.
Okay,
Yes.
so
But anyway, yeah, Paul and Barry Ryan were quite big in England. And then they split up and Barry went solo and his brother Paul wrote Eloise.
yes,
And then by the time I got there, they wanted to tour together. So
Yeah.
I was in the backup singers.
wow.
So that was a good experience.
So you came back home from there. Mm-hmm. You worked at Lindy's nightclub. Can you,
Oh, yes, yes.
Where was Lindy's nightclub?
Oh,
I was a bit young then, I think.
I can't even remember. It was in Northbridge.
Yep.
It might have been on it was on the corner of, I don't know.
On the corner of I don't know.
It was a long time ago.
I don't know. And
Ancient
Northbridge.
history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about Lindy's nightclub.
Oh, it was just a tiny little club like
Yeah.
I should imagine the Red Garter was. I never went to the Red Garter, but I've heard a lot about it, you know. Just those little clubs. It was upstairs. Then after that, through doing sessions, I met up with a Victorian musician, Mark Leon,
Yeah.
who was married to Colleen Hewitt's sister Glenys. And I joined that band. That was The Graduate. And we just worked a little bit in Perth, and then we went to Adelaide and worked there for a month.
Wow.
And that was lovely.
Yeah.
Glenys has got gorgeous
So you had
voice.
that already in your blood. You were just moving here, moving there, and
Yeah, but I came home
sing.
again.
Yeah.
Always get homesick.
always come back to Perth. So you came back to Perth with Sweet Velvet.
Yeah, joined them again. Yeah, for a few months, and we did the old Melbourne, and yeah, they were doing floor shows. And actually, Ken Wolfe was very lucky. I almost brought the photograph of he and I doing ABBA. He was the blonde. and I
Oh,
was
my
the brunette.
That would have been fun. So, 1975, you started to work at the Old Time Music Hall. Now,
Oh, that was great.
that has dear memories for me because I never
Yes.
went there, but my father-in-law, Maury Ogden, and Sally Sander were a huge part of that. Can you tell me what you did at the Old Time Music Hall and your relationship with them? And
Yeah, I was amazed I actually got the job because I went along to see a show and I was told I was supposed to play the part of when it came to the melodrama, I was supposed to be the heroine. And the heroine always did a floor number, you know, where they dress in the all-in-one piece with the black stockings and the garter and then they go off stage and they sit on men's laps and I'm thinking, oh no, I can't do that. You know, I'm a prude from way back. And so I thought, oh, it was a lovely dream. I said, I can't do it. And I told them why. I said, look, I've got knock knees. I said, unless I can wear cymbals there and send it up, you know. But anyway, to my surprise, they let me stay and they got somebody else to do the floor number.
yeah,
And yes, I mean, one of the melodramas there was, Maury was my beau, as they would call them then, I suppose, you know. And we always, the scene always ended with a passionate kiss, which was always done, you know, with cheek to cheek. The audience couldn't see that we weren't kissing, but of course, tricks happen on the last night, don't they?
Yes.
And Laurie planted this wet juice.
kiss.
Everybody who knows me, they're all laughing, you know. Yeah, that was great fun. It was very good experience. It taught me to project a little bit, but I've still got a small voice. You might want to write that down.
Um,
Queen of the feedback, but there
Jen
were no microphones in
has
the
a
old
small-
time musical.
Are we writing that down? Jen has a small voice. We need that one.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
I am a sound engineer's nightmare.
Well, I heard you sing. Yeah, I'll get to that later. So,
Yeah.
so you moved back to England in '78. So you go back again.
I went back
Right.
again.
So where did you work over there again?
I worked in,
and why did you go back?
Oh,
Keep
because
going back and forth.
I had a job to go to,
Okay.
which was nice.
Yep.
Working in the West, it was a Westcliff nightclub. That's near Southend-on-Sea,
Yep.
which is, near
Yep.
London. And I was actually the compere, the female
Yeah,
compere, and
I
I used
say.
to introduce all the artists, Had, that was great, but worked with some fabulous people.
Yeah. Can you name a few of those people, or?
Yeah, a lot of them were old ones.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't hear of them now, but
Yeah.
Lulu,
Yep.
fabulous.
Mm.
What she did on stage was wonderful, but my dressing room was over the top of the star dressing room.
Wow.
And I could hear her warm up every night, and I've got to tell you, that was even better than anything you hear on record.
A great voice.
All these blues licks going on, and stunning, and nothing to record it with. It was, dare I say it, before those days of even the Walkman. We didn't have that, so I couldn't record it.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's amazing, isn't
Lots
it?
of people like that anyway.
So 1980, you moved back to Perth. So England, Perth, England, Perth, England, Perth. You joined up with Ken Walther again. Can you?
Yes. Well, he was, by that time, he had bought or started Planet Studios.
Yes.
And so I did lots of session work there and other studios doing
Yeah.
jingles. I just love doing
'cause
jingles.
He did over 3,000
Yeah.
jingles. I
Oh,
think.
yeah. Very talented man.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, very, very.
You
and
met
very
Sue-
funny.
Yes, very. You met Sue Bluck and you start Birdland. So tell me about Birdland.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just doing a session one day and weren't happy with the way things are going on in bands. There wasn't much work around
Yeah.
at that time. And she said, oh, look, I know another singer. Let's start this trio. And we did. And
So
we
that was
rehearsed.
you, Sue, and
Kerry Byram, as she was called then.
Oh, right.
She's now Kerry Byram Carter.
oh,
And we rehearsed for a year. We were like the proverbial bumper car because we thought,
well, before
oh, yeah.
you played, you rehearsed
Yeah.
for a year.
Yeah, because we didn't know which way to go. Do we do the jazz thing? Oh, not much money there. Okay, because we were doing Manhattan Transfer and
Yeah.
things. Or we went off and did Supreme type things. And we sort of bump into things. No good. Do another way, And anyway, we got a rhythm section together. I'm trying to slow down because I think I'm speaking at 1,000 miles an hour.
No, you.
Got a rhythm section together, and they turned out to be the rhythm section for Manteca. So
was that
then
Glenn Walsh and?
yeah,
Yep.
Glenn Walsh, Bruce Johnson,
Yep.
and Paul Pooley
Yep.
on bass. And we were invited to appear on their TV show.
Wow.
I think we did about 11 appearances, I'm not sure.
I think we've got a recording that we had when we interviewed other people that we actually played on the show.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, with you on it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that was great.
It's an intertwined sort of thing.
Mm.
Everyone, there's a jigsaw puzzle there. We're all
Yeah.
putting the pieces
That's
together, and
right, yeah.
you're a part of that. So Helen Matthews, you worked
Did
with
lots
Helen.
of work with Ellen, yeah.
Yep. Hot.
Sorry, I've got to have a cuddle.
Watch his nose. It smells. Peter Harry's.
What's his name then?
Spot.
Spot.
Mm.
That's a
We're
very
gonna-
creative
we're
name,
gonna-
isn't it?
We're going to interview him one of these days, and
Yeah. Oh, he'll have
101
stories to tell.
Interview
won't he?
101, is it? And what's the first question we're going to ask him, Al?
I don't know, are you a white dog with black spots or a black dog with white bits?
No, I think
Yes.
we're going to ask him what was his first spot. You know, like, you know.
Spot
but-
came first.
Oh dear.
So Helen Matthews, a band called Hot Pursuit,
Yep.
and tell me about that.
Oh, well, that was just doing really nice. Little bit of sort of fusion jazz,
Yeah.
along with whatever was, commercial stuff of
Yes.
the time, And that's when I met my husband, Michael.
Mike Nelson.
Mike Nelson. He was in
I've
the
interviewed
band.
him. I remember
Yes,
him.
yes. So I met him then, and
Been with him ever since.
yes.
Beautiful daughter, Catherine, or some people call her Kat. Sitting over
She
there with your
drove me,
friend.
Yes.
So you must be proud of Kat too, because I
I
had a
am.
quick chat to her, and
Very proud of both my children.
she's
yeah.
doing lots of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Okay, so you were the first band to work at the casino with Easy Street.
Yes, that was Michael, Gary, Howard, Freddie Grigson.
Oh,
And then
great
after a
players.
while he left and we had Robbie Bazzana
Yes,
because Freddie was playing bass. In
great
that one,
players,
Yeah,
all of them.
yeah, it
Fantastic.
was fabulous harmonies. I think I would could have been one of the best band I've been in because the harmonies were fabulous.
Yeah.
The arrangements were very good.
God, you've worked with some good musicians, haven't you?
Yeah.
You did a musical in 1998. We'll move on to there. Playhouse Theatre, which is no longer around, unfortunately, and like it just
As
about-
Alan pointed out, everything I've worked at, they've all closed down. Are we reading something into this?
Yeah, well, we're interviewing you. We're not going to close down after this, are we? No.
I promise not to do anything. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was great.
Yeah.
It was working with Jill Perryman
And Mike Nelson?
yeah. No, he wasn't there.
No? No, it says you're marrying Mike Nelson.
Oh,
We've
that
already
year.
done that.
That very
Yeah.
same year, yes,
Wow.
we were married.
1998. So that was what?
No, 1988.
Oh, it says 98 here. So that was 30 years ago.
Yes.
Married for 30 years.
We
Wow.
are, yes.
Doesn't happen often these days, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No, I'm the same. Been married over 30 years. It's great.
Mm.
So through the 90s, you work a lot with Birdland again.
Yep.
And toured with Dimitri Roussos. So how was that? What? Because I believe he had all his money in a belt or something.
Oh, I don't know about that. Never got to talk to him all that much.
Everyone thought he had a stomach, but I thought it was the money.
He was packing.
He was packing. So
Yeah, that was
what
great.
did you do there? What?
Oh, doing backup vocals,
Yep.
Birdland,
Yep.
We toured all the top cities, 5-star hotels, a room to ourselves. Each person
Wow.
had, it cost a fortune. It would have been a big loss for whoever was promoting it, I'm
What?
sure.
No people turned up, or
Well, I wouldn't say it was a full house, but,
Okay.
So you
so you
but it
played
was- but it
entertainment
was-
centre and all those sort of
yeah,
places.
all those big places. It was lovely. Yeah.
It's nice brandy that Mark
Is
has
it?
especially opened this bottle.
Did he?
Yep. It's got a story, hasn't it, Mark? Where's it gone now? Anyway. So these days you do what? Question mark.
What do I do?
Tell me.
I'm working. I work with Kelly Green and Dennis Bird and Brenton Fosdyke.
Legends. All of them.
Legends, yes, and I thoroughly enjoy it. We're like a family. We do like the Neil Diamond tribute show. We were also working at the old Melbourne.
Yep.
Not the old Melbourne. I think I
The
should
Mount
have been
Henry
given a
Tavern.
brandy. Come over, sure.
Do you want to sip on my brandy?
Oh, please.
Yes, there you go.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Life.
So that's the Mount Henry Hotel, because I've seen you there, and I've got to tell you, you didn't have to drink it all.
That's good.
No.
Oh, boy,
Thank you.
geez, that's good. Tastes good, by golly, it is good.
It is nice, isn't it?
Oh,
And I've got to tell you, when I first came down to the Mount Henry, it really moved me. It rekindled my love for music, because I get a bit stale, or I have, with the, we perform in duos and we perform to know people.
oh, isn't it nice
But
to be
there
with
was-
a real band?
But I
yeah?
look in the audience that night, and just all of you guys, and Brendan Foster was just amazing, and
Yeah,
and
it's
so
a
was
pity
Kelly.
he's not here to hear you
Yes,
say that.
yeah, he probably wouldn't believe that I'm saying that, but just the audience participation and the love in
Yeah.
the room was.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
It's a wonderful atmosphere.
So I've been hassling my wife. I've got to bring her down, and
Jolly
there's a 50 from Brendan. Thank you. Well, and Kelly was wonderful too. Kelly was absolutely the most amazing singer I've ever seen in my life.
Hey,
yes.
Spot loves you as well. Spot loves you.
for Kelly.
Thanks, mate. That's 105 for the kitty. No worries. No, Okay, so no, it's just brilliant.
Oh,
It was just absolutely brilliant. And so if anyone's watching out there, please, Monday nights, Mount Henry Tavern. It's the first Monday of every month. So please go along and see it because
Featuring
featuring obviously Brendan Fosdyke. Look, I've got more. Look, Brendan's just amazing. He was just the most amazing person I've ever seen in my life. He just plays the best
Here's my
guitar.
credit card.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers. He just absolutely unbelievable. And I'd just like to mention again that Brendan Fosdyke is.
I'm out of money.
Oh,
So you work as a DJ. I interviewed your friend Kelly Green a while ago.
yes, she never
and
said
she nev-
anything, did she?
That's the only thing she forgot, and I gave her every chance to spit it out. But so you work as a DJ at Capital FM on Wednesday afternoons. So would you like to
Kelly
give that?
does Tuesday.
Kelly does Tuesday. Would you like to?
Oh, sorry.
Look,
Kelly does Tuesday afternoons from 3 till 6, and I do Wednesday from 3 till 6. Capital 101.7 FM. The golden years of radio. Is that right, Cal? Yeah.
the golden years of radio. Now I'm hoping, and I'm probably sticking my foot in my mouth here. We're doing a show with you guys to raise some money for this program on April the 27th, and I would hope that's a Saturday, April 26th. This show doesn't go to air; it goes to air April 19th, so we can advertise the show. And there's yourself and Eddie Storm and Kelly Green and Brendan Fosdyke.
Yeah. Hey, another
Brendan?
50? Another
Brendan?
50?
You're on the show. You're broke. And I hope I don't. Blue Diamond. I'm trying to remember everyone. And Wayne Pride, who we've interviewed, and Ray Van Ross, and we've interviewed all these people, and obviously helping out. And well, I said Eddie Storm, OAM. So HDM, what's that? You're as bad as your brother. I'll tell you what. We thank you for doing this and to help
pleasure.
us to raise
Fun,
money and to keep this show going. So,
Well, it's a great cause.
yeah, thank you.
You do a lovely job, our Mark.
And Strawny.
And Phil.
Strawny's got a heat pack on his shoulder. He's not feeling good tonight. Are you, Strawny? You don't want me to talk about your heat pack? What about your... No, I won't. His six-pack. So let's move sideways a bit, Jenny. Your earliest influence by a musician or band?
Oh, well, Dusty, of course, Dusty Springfield, and a bit later on Aretha.
Aretha Franklin.
Influenced nearly every female
My favourite
singer.
artist. Here's a fiver.
Oh, thank you, darling.
I've got money to throw
Can I have
away
your
at the moment.
brandy now?
Yeah, go for it. Just one sip.
That is so smooth. What is it, dear? Mardonnay. Bardonnay. Oh, I guess I'm going to get some of that tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, it's very nice. Thank you.
So, have you got a favourite band of all time?
Beatles.
The
Oh,
Beatles.
yeah. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
Beatle mad.
Hands down. Yeah. And so, if you were stranded on a deserted island,
What a question that is.
No,
Everybody
can I
struggles
finish
with
the
that
question
one.
first, please?
Yeah, okay.
If you were stranded on a deserted island, what album would you take with you?
Yeah.
I didn't write these questions.
I know.
I'm just the front.
I
cop the
know,
brunt
I
of
know, and
all
of
of
course
this
no one
stuff.
can think of their favourite.
Yeah.
It would have to be Rubber Soul, I think, Beatles.
66, wasn't it?
It was round about there, yes, yeah.
I was
very
6
good.
years old then.
Oh, get away.
I was.
It's all right,
What? Are you
okay.
suggesting I might have been older? Or? I was 6. I remember my mum taking me down the
Yeah,
shop.
you would have been actually,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
yeah. You were about 4, weren't you?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. No, I told you, I'm 80. I just look good.
So, okay, Rubber Soul. Okay, your favourite TV show growing up? What did you?
Well, in England, as a little kid, I loved Robin Hood.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And his Merry Men.
That's right. And then when I came here, of course, in the teenage years, F Troop.
F Troop. I'm
And
just
I-
going to finish this before you get the rest
When
of
I
it.
saw that question there, I remember when the bands first, you know, in the 70s, 1970 when we first started, you know, you'd meet up at the agency and there were all these musos there. And Sesame Street had just, you know, come on the TV. And everybody was all reciting lines from Sesame Street. That humour there, it was just made for musos.
Who is the person in your neighbourhood?
Oh, I don't know about that one.
No, that was Sesame Street.
No.
In your neighbourhood.
Come and and play.
Yeah.
Everything's
Yeah.
A-OK.
A-OK.
Unless they've got a new one now.
But they had the Who is your favourite person in your neighbourhood? Yeah.
Oh, did
Can't
they?
remember that?
Sorry, don't know that one.
Okay, the Cookie
Sorry.
Monster. The Cookie Monster. Do you want the trip, the $5 million, and
Yeah, and
or
that,
the cookie?
that frog that used to go on with a trench coat on and the
Kelly
all
Green's
the
cousin.
musos loved that one, and he's trying to sell something.
Yeah. You want to
Want
buy? You
someone
want to buy a
else
letter
to
H?
buy.
Hey, I got a letter H.
Yeah, we loved it. That's all.
Okay.
All the
You
musos
know,
we
that's
talk about.
the first person that. What, they had nothing to do but talk about that.
That's right.
Wow.
Oh yes.
Remember that guy? 12 chocolate. And he'd fall over with all the cakes. No? Remember that? No.
I love the Cookie Monster.
Yeah. More brandy, please. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yes, please.
Yes. We'll just roll the glass over there so you can get more brandy.
Is he going to wash it now?
No, he's rubbing it. So, sorry, viewers, we're having fun.
Yes.
Jenny Wrenn's a good
Needed
sport.
to, yes. We needed to wind down a bit, didn't we? Dear?
Yes, after tonight's episode of, what did we do tonight?
Frivolity.
How did we do that, Mark? There was about 30 people here, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So, do you have any unfulfilled ambitions? Anything that you...
The only thing I never did was I had two dreams. I've had a blessed life, really, because the two dreams I had, I've sort of fulfilled them. I wanted to be a famous singer. Well, that didn't happen, but anyway. And I wanted to
You
own...
are in our world.
Well, I wanted to be, and I wanted to own my own horse. Well, I mean, that didn't happen till I was 30. 30 years old, I'd get a horse. I love horses. But the singing thing, I wasn't famous, but I've earned a lot of money.
Yeah, excuse me,
You
like,
know, I mean,
can
you
you
can't
give the
grumble at
barman
money.
the-
Oh,
the-
okay, sorry. Thank you. Oh, was that for me? Thank you.
madam.
Thank you. Thank you. Cheers.
I just gave you 50.
I think you'll be driving home, Catherine.
Oh, you drive a hard bar, that's an expensive drink.
There'll be a lot of editing to do tonight, won't there? Probably edit all the best bits out, you know.
Tip, by the way.
I'll give you a tip. I'll give you a tip.
2 credit cards down.
Sorry, we've got lots of things going on in the studio tonight. So, okay, do you collect anything? Like,
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
There's
let me
nowhere
do
to
that.
put that glass, is there?
There it is.
Oh,
Can you reach that, you think?
am I a collector? I must watch Brenton's time on this show because...
Toy soldiers. Or little soldiers. I,
Oh, what? Including 1,000 other things. He's a huge collector, aren't you, dear? Collects everything. And I thought to myself, no, I'm not a collector, but of course I am.
oh, tell me.
I'm a collector of the family archives and Muso's archives. I mean,
Wow.
if you want any more pictures of bands around the place and things that have happened, I've got them, and I've been...
Cecil B. DeMille.
The camera always came out, and all the boys in the band would say, "Oh, blood!" Excuse me, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Bloody Rennie in the camera, because when we get together now, it's oh, can we see that film? You know,
So,
all
tell me
there.
about Cecil B. DeMille, because I just heard that coming out there.
what, you don't know who Cecil B?
I
DeMille?
know who he-
I'm
who he
Cecil
is.
B. of the 35 DeMille.
Oh, I say.
And no, I love videoing, and in fact, Dennis Berg calls me the director.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of documentation there. Yeah, that's what I collect. And I've got vinyl albums. I love vinyl. And got hundreds of those. Yeah, so I suppose I am a collector. Well, my husband would say I'm a collector of rubbish. You know, he's a chucker and I'm a keeper. So, yeah.
He's a chucker, you're a keeper. So he chucks stuff out, you grab it when it's on the middle of the
If
street.
I go before him, it's all on the skip.
Oh, no. Oh, you poor thing.
Yes.
Mike, you've got a lot to answer for. So, what would you put on your gravestone?
Probably now I am really the late Jenny Wrenn.
Wow.
I'm always late.
Yeah.
I'm not quite as late as Brenton, but you know.
So you're the sort of people that, because we've got friends where they say, look, I'll be there at 3, and at
Yes.
5 to 4 you're going.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is that you, is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so
In
frustrating.
Birdland, they'd always tell me an hour before I was supposed to.
That's frustrating for people that are on time and are
Yeah.
organised and got their ducks in a row.
I know. Yeah.
Does that
That's
worry
all.
you at all? Or?
Not the
No?
slightest.
See, this is what, it's
You've
arrogance
got to
as well.
go with the
actually.
flow, haven't you?
No, I mean, if someone's late, you need to get somewhere, you know.
Oh, well, yeah, I am fairly responsible, I think.
How do you think that if you're late all the time?
But, I can't think now I've had that brandy.
So, is there any one that you think you've forgotten to mention here? Because you walk away from here and
I think,
say, oh God, I forgot to mention him
yes,
and her.
no.
And
Look, I think I have mentioned most of them, but I've just worked with some great musicians, but just great people. You know, like ones that aren't with us anymore, like Jim Cook,
yes,
beautiful Jim Cook, Malcolm Devonish, of course,
yeah.
and I'd like to pay tribute to a dear friend of Alan and myself, Phil Goodall-Smith, who wasn't a musician as such. I think he was in, you know, behind closed doors, but he was our sound engineer and roadie. And he had such a great taste in music, and he shared his music around, and we'd hear music before anybody else, didn't we, Alan?
And it's funny you mention that because, you know, obviously we've just done that walk for roadie for roadies, and you know, Camille has had a lot to do with that, and but more importantly, support act. And there's a lot of road crew, you know, mixers, whatever you want to call them, stage guys, lighting guys that get no recognition. Obviously, they're not in the limelight, but they've got no super. They've got no. They did it for passion because they loved the whole thing, and they ended up with nothing. And there's depression, and there's anxiety, and there's all sorts of problems that go on. So just to acknowledge that support act and the roadie for roadies thing, I think is an amazing thing that there is some support there.
Yes, absolutely.
And for anyone who's depressed or has, you know, some mental health issues, and that's coming to the fore now, we know. But just to help out in any way you can, and to understand and have empathy with that, I think is a great thing. And so I wish there was more support from the government in that area, and just with funding and stuff like that. So.
Well, I won't get into politics.
No.
But No, I agree with you, certainly.
No, it's great that you bring that point up because it is a worthwhile cause, and so that and we're all trying to do that as much as we can. So if you like watching the program, subscribe to www.theprofile.com.au. Like us. We don't need that anymore. Like us and subscribe and join the family, I suppose. Yeah. It's so wonderful to have you in here. But I want to ask you one more question. Is there something about Jenny Wrenn, that we don't know that you would like to share with us? And you don't have to answer that question. It's not compulsory. But is there something you can tell us that we don't know?
Well, I'm drinking brandy and I usually like gin. That's the only thing I can think of.
That's okay, because your friend Kelly Green, when I asked her, she came back to me and said, "Oh, I didn't mention the radio station." You know,
well, we've done that, haven't we?
Yeah,
we've
so
done
you covered
that,
for her there. So what days are Kelly on and what days are you on?
Tuesday for Kelly, Wednesday for me.
And what radio station is that?
Capital 101.7 FM.
Yep.
Cruising. We
Cruising.
do all the hits from the 50s right through to the 70s.
Great. And look, I've enjoyed this.
Oh.
Although we have drunk.
You're so sweet.
Oh, thank you so much. We've drunk.
We have.
We've made some money,
We're
but we're giving it
drinking
back. We made lots of money there for a minute. I felt like I was at the casino. I'm
know.
I'm 105
I got
bucks up.
$5.
Oh, you've still got the 5. We're 105 bucks up, then we've lost everything.
Give it to him back.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Thank you. I've got the credit card still. That's good.
They're maxed.
They're maxed. We can have those back then. Look, Jenny, you've been a great sport. I've really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
And I hope you've
I'd like
enjoyed
to
it
thank
too.
for the brandy. I think I calmed down a little bit after that. I should have had it at the beginning, shouldn't I?
I'd like to offer you all I have.
Oh, again?
$5.
Oh, darling, we can go out and have dinner. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's just been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure
You're a
too.
legend
Thank
of
you.
the industry, and we love your contribution. And give my love to your husband, Mike. And Ladies and gentlemen, Jenny Wrenn, fantastic to have here tonight. See you next week. Thank you.
At ProCopy, we can transfer audio to CD, make CD, DVD and Blu-ray copies, transfer video to DVD, Blu-ray or HD, digitise slides and photos and supply custom USBs. You can see more details at procopy.com.au or call us on 08 9375 3902 for more information.